Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
So what we'll do is we will go to the next topic, which is called overarching entities. Okay, and it's not overarching entities as people tell overarching entities, but it's overarching entities. So overarching entities are nothing but entities which classify entities that are shared by all data stream types in a data model. What do we mean by that? That overarching entity is very important. This overarching entity is pretty important stuff. And pretty easy stuff, so we won't be digging much in it. But we will see that how it happens. Okay, so what is an overarching entity? It's an entity that is shared by all data stream types in the data model. What is the use case for it? So several sources from different channels require a unified classification. And when you say channels, it can be social web, programmatic, display, etc. Sales as well as say plan data, media tools, Prisma data. So on, right. So all these data can require a unified classification at one point of time. Now what we have discussed is in the data model. Not every field of ads data set is present in web analytics, right? Not every field of web analytics is present in conversion tag. Not every piece of every field of conversion tag is present in Facebook. Correct? But somehow what we need to do is we need to find things that are present in the various data sources, and we need to figure out what can we do to. What can we do to see, a unified classification across my workspace? For that we need to use overarching entities. Now some little known facts. In terms of data model, custom classification entities always behave as attributes of the main entity of the data stream type. Okay, what is an attribute of a main of an entity? Anyone who can answer. What is an attribute of an entity? Okay, so an attribute basically is an entity, something which describes an entity. Right. So an attribute basically is associated with an entity and it defines the behavior. Defines not the behavior, but defines the quality of the entity by means of the various features that the entity has. Now, what is the relationship between an entity and an attribute? As we mentioned, media by key has a one-to-one relationship with media by name, and every media by key can have attributes. One attribute at a single point of time, right? There cannot be multiple attributes for the same entity key at a given point of time. So it has to be a one-to-one relationship always. Anyways, so custom classification entities always behave as attributes of the main entity. What it means is a custom classification will have a one-to-one relationship with the main entity and it behaves as attributes of it. The level dimensions behave as attributes of the overarching entity itself. So further, when we are into the into seeing how things work, we will see that custom classification data models are present in all the data streams, all the types of data streams. And then we have something called custom classification 1.1. So custom classification 1 is the overarching entity and custom classification 1 level 1 access. Attributes of the custom classification. Okay, so custom classification works as an entity of the main entry. Custom classification 1.0.1 acts as the attribute of the main entity and custom classification level 1 act as attributes of the custom classification. The overarching entities are workspace level entities which aren't associated with the stream that loaded them to begin with and won't be deleted within. So again, overarching entities are entities which are workspace level and it is not a data stream. Like it is at workspace level means it won't be deleted or it doesn't get deleted once you delete your data stream or something. So if you see anything bothering, you can go ahead and delete it. You have to delete it separately from your site so that it is deleted and it is not like something which goes ahead. You can delete your stream, but your overarching entity stays up. Right. So the pic is really blurred. Let me find a good pic and I will show you. So the overarching entities are basically at custom classifications. Those are those are some of the overarching entities. Then we have a device category. We have device browser. We have geo-targeting, product and channel as overarching entities. But what happens is with the custom classifications on, for media buy, whenever we create a custom classification for media buy, because as we mentioned, a custom classification will act as an attribute of the main entity. So if my main entity is media buy, then custom classification. So basically what it means is for every media buy. So for one media buy, it will always be one value in the custom classification. Right. But that is not true for the other three overarching entities that we see as in device category, device, browser and geolocations. Because why cannot we have one value for custom classification for device category, device browser and geolocation? That's because we have read in the data model itself previously, right, that device and geo have a many-to-many relationship with the main entity. So whenever there is a many-to-many relationship with the main entity, we cannot have a single value per attribute, right? And each of the custom classifications have their own attributes which are classified as custom classification 1 level 1. So some pros and cons that we discussed for overarching entities, like no data stream type limitations. Yes, because custom classifications are present for all the data streams that we see in our workspace, all the types of data streams. It's easy on query performance and the cons being behaving as attributes of the main entity. For class of classification and product, which might be a little restrictive when the mapping isn't designed carefully. So mapping, as I mentioned, has to be always designed carefully by seeing the relationships. And whenever you are attributing any of your attributes to a custom classification, it also has to abide by the mapping and the data model, and it has to have one value per entity. Workspace level entities aren't associated with the stream that loaded them with and won't be deleted with it. So they are workspace level entities as well, and they won't be deleted with in case you delete the data streams. Let's see a working example how it works. In this example that you see, we have the media by key, media by name, device category and clicks. And for the other one, we have social post, which is basically this one is an ad data set, and that one is a social data set, whereby we have social post, we have device category and likes. So as you can see, the common example or the common column that we have in over here is device category. And of course, we want to see the clicks and likes according to the device categories. Right. So that being the concept, now let's see. How do custom classifications help us in connecting the various data sources together? Now you see the left hand side and the right hand side data stream types. So the left hand side is a ads data set because it has a media by key, media by name, campaign name, clicks, brand. The one to our right hand side is a web analytics data stream because it contains web analytics site, key web analytics site, web analytics site source and page views. So in case we want to have a common, so both these data streams are very different from each other. So what we will? So what is the only common element between both these data stream types that we can take for our process? Right. Whoever answered this, I need your help for the next step as well. Now, so brand being the common element that you mentioned. Now if I do a mapping now for the left hand side one. So we know that the media by key will get mapped to media by key, media by name will go to media by name, campaign will go to campaign and clicks will be mapped to clicks. How are you going to map brand? Given that brand is not a native column and Datorama won't map brand. But you need to do a mapping of brand as well. So how will you do the brand mapping? Custom attributes. Perfect. Perfect. This is the correct answer that I was looking for, and great that you answered yes. Brand, and why will it be a custom attribute for that? What do you need to validate media by key? So brand and media by key has to have a one-to-one relationship with each other. Right. So we're here if we see that for media by key we have only one brand associated. So brand can be an attribute of the media by key and we will map it as a media by custom attribute. Very good. So next when we go to web analytics, right? So we will map web analytics key site itself. Like web analytics site, key web analytics site and then web analytics site source because we want to have page views. Now what will be our common lookout? That we also want to map the brand from web analytics data to the media by custom attribute. Right. That this brand when we try to go and map it to the media by custom attribute. And if we map to media by custom attribute, both our data sets get combined together. But when we go to map the media by custom attribute, and when we check in web analytics data stream, we don't see anything called media by custom. Right. So our end goal phase is we don't have anything called a media by custom in our web analytics data stream. So what will we do? We cannot map web analytics data stream come brand into media by custom attribute because we don't have media by custom attribute in the data stream type of web analytics. there comes custom classification to our help, because custom classification is something that is present in all the data stream types. And what we do is we map the brand from web analytics to custom classification 1. Right. And we map the brand in ads to custom classification 1 as well, because both my data streams have custom classifications. Right. Now, when we do that, we see that if we choose custom classification, 1 now represents brand column, and now both the thing gets classified to us. Our custom classification 1, you see below, custom classification 1 will give me the brand 1, 2, 3. And when we have it merged together, we will have the respective columns from media, by campaign, web analytics to be a part of it. And if we have a classification sheet which was telling me that you know now how a classification sheet looks like, right? So brand 1, 2, 3 has a brand category A, B, C or A, B, whatever, as a brand category. That was a classification sheet. You can do a classification to it as well, and that classification. So what I was telling is, now that someone answered and we have established that brand is basically the attribute of media by key, because it holds a one-to-one relationship. And the custom classification that we map it to. Now the custom classification becomes the attribute of the media by key. Correct. And now that this custom classification also has a classification sheet that we need to map to our custom classification, 1 also has an attribute. Now custom classification is an attribute of media by key, and custom classification 1 level 1 is an attribute of custom classification 1. So if we map custom classification 1 level 1, because there was a third data set which had a data classification, theoretically we will have everything not only classified but also a level 1 which is an attribute of the custom classification 1 to be a part of this data set, and we can take it forward from there. So everything gets classified by using an overarching entity which acts as a common entity between and which is present in all the types of data streams, and it acts as a common umbrella under which we can classify data streams of different data types. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.